know, to finish first, you first have to finish, as the old saying goes.
It's man versus machine and nature. You know, there's nobody out there to help you.
We've all known people that have died doing this. I mean, it's a life and death thing being out there.
In all of motorsports, few stages share the mystique, the adventure, the danger of the desert off-road race.
And what looks like you're running down a road, what looks like a nice, pretty clean sailing road, it isn't.
You can't let go for 1 second or you're upside down out in the bush somewhere. You never know what's coming around the next corner. No matter how many times you go around a track, you always come around the corner finding something new.
This is a true trial of your grit, your backbone of who you are.
It takes a certain breed of racer to take on the desert. Adrenaline junkies motivated by the challenges and uncertainty of nature because they're not in it for the money.
Off-road racing is easily described as driving your street vehicle down a dirt road and throwing $100 bills out the window. That's exactly what off-road racing's like. Because how do you make $1 million racing off-road? Start with $2 million.
Still, drivers of the Whiplash Desert Racing Series have descended this weekend on Vulture Mine, Arizona, an unforgiving off-road loop carved through a rugged wilderness area about 50 miles northwest of Phoenix. The race classes are as diverse as the terrain. We'll have kids in trophy carts, followed by utility terrain vehicles or UTVs. Moto Day will feature the bikes and quads. And last but not least, we've got the big boys, the trucks and buggy race. It's the first Whiplash race of the year, but far from the easiest, because Vulture Mine is famed for inflicting carnage on man and machine.
It's probably one of the roughest courses around that you'll ever call a desert race.
So what makes it so rough? Well, for that, let's turn to a little desert racing vocabulary 101. Now, the first word you'll hear a lot of is whoop, or whoop-de-doo.
A whoop is a series of sand or dirt bumps that are in succession that are caused by the wheels of the car either accelerating or decelerating. When the car's wheels are accelerating under pressure, it hops. And as it hops, it throws the dirt out of little areas and creates these little bumps we call whoops.
Okay, now another term you need to be familiar with is G-out.
G-outs, people have different ideas of what a G-out is.
A G-out is when you go, oh God!
You'll come off the top of something and the bottom and just be really sharp.
And then it comes up abruptly.
That's what a G-out stands for. It's an, oh God! We had a couple of those.
I think I did a couple of those.
One other word important to the off-roader is the pre-run. Usually the day before the race, drivers like Dwayne Anderson have the chance to ride the course and suss out the places they can put a hurting on you.
All right, we got some arrows coming up here. We got 3 arrows coming. Looks like we got a pretty good trail coming down here. We got 2 X's to the left. We got 1 X to the right. We got another X through here. So I'm pretty safe to say on my race truck, I'm gonna be hard on the binders right through here.
Now, Vulture Mine is one of the most narrow, technical tracks on the circuit. So another thing you want to look for is good places to pass.
This here would be a good little passing area if you happen to have somebody in front of you. You can go to the right or the left, but you're gonna have to be on them because you don't have much room to pass.
As we know, in a lot of motorsports, passing is carried out with the subtlety of a sledgehammer. Desert racing is no different.
It can get rough in desert racing.
Basically, the rule follows that when you come up on somebody, you give them the horn. But that doesn't always get the point across.
So then what you do is you come up and you give them a little love tap. And I give them a pop.
If the pop doesn't work, there's a bigger pop coming.
For me, there's no more warnings. There's no more taps.
After that, the live ammo comes out. We'll see how good a driver you are.
The second time they hit you, you're gonna move over because they're gonna move you over.
And there's plenty of that to come, because up next, we've got miniature mayhem with pint-sized trophy carts.